Nature has never made the same thing twice. Two cannabis plants, same genetics, same room, different. Same plant, top branch versus bottom branch, different. Same field this year versus last, different. Sun, soil, water, stress. Every one of them nudges the chemistry. This plant is basically incapable of being consistent. Now, here's the problem: a medicine has to be exactly the same. Every single dose, every single time, identical, or it's not a medicine. So, how on earth do you turn something that refuses to be consistent into something that has to be? That's the fight, and honestly, the way they win it's a wilder than you would have think. Let's go. Quick catch up: if you are new here, over this series we have followed cannabis from a wild plant on the Tibetan plateau through its genetics into the human body. Great, beautiful biology, but the biology is chaos, and today we cross the line from nature into factory flower. The part almost nobody talks about, where a living, moody, ever changing plant gets turned into a controlled, standardized, pharmaceutical grade product. This is the unglamorous miracle, and it all comes down to one word: control. It starts before the plant even exists. Because if your raw material is random, everything downstream is random. So you attack the variability at the source. First move: don't grow from seed. Seeds are a genetic lottery, everyone slightly different. Instead, you take cuttings, clones from one proven mother plant. Now, every plant in the room is genetically identical. You have deleted one whole layer of randomness in a single decision. Second move: control the world around them, not a field at the mercy of the weather. A sealed environment where light, temperature, humidity, airflow, and nutrients are all dialed in and held steady. Because remember, every one of those factors rewrites the plant's chemistry, so you don't leave a single one to chance. Think about what that actually means. You are not really farming, you are running a chemical production line that happens to be alive, and there's a formal standard for doing it right. Good Agriculture and Collection Practice, GACP, the rule book that says prove it was grown under control and prove you can do it again. Then you harvest, and here's a callback for the day one crowd, and this is where it pays off. Remember, the living plant does not actually make THC and CBD, it makes the acid versions. It takes heat to convert them into the active forms, which means drying, curing, and processing are not just letting it dry out, they are chemistry step. Do it carelessly and the chemistry drifts. Do it under tight control, right temperature, right timing, and you stir it precisely on purpose. Every stage, the same obsession kill the randomness. Now, for a lot of medical products, you don't want raw flower at all. You want the active compounds pulled out clean so you can measure them and formulate them exactly. That's extraction. Conceptually, and I am keeping this deliberately high level, and this is not a how to. You use a solvent, something like pressurized carbon dioxide or food grade alcohol, to pull the carbonides and terpenes out of the plants and leave the plant matter behind. Then you purify. Then you can build that concentrated material into a precise consistent formulation. An oil, say, where you know exactly how much of each compound is in every milliliter. Why bother? Because the flower is nature's messy first draft, and extract done properly is something you can standardize to the decimal point. And now the step that separates a real medicine from a nice story: you test it relentlessly. Every batch goes to the lab, and they are checking two different things. One, is it what it says it is? The exact component and terpene profile, the exact cannabinoid and terpene profile, the camembert fingerprint we talk about back in episode 3. Not indica, not a cool name, actual numbers. 2. And this is the part people forget, is it clean? Because the plant is a champion at soaking up whatever around it. So they screen hard for pesticides, heavy metals, microbes, mold toxin, leftover solvents, every contaminant that could ride along, hunted down and measured. No pass, no product. That certificate of analysis is the difference between a plant and a medicine. Which brings us to a phrase you hear thrown around consistently, usually meaning nothing: pharmaceutical grade. Let me tell you what it actually means, because it's not a vibe, it's a specific brutal promise. It means that whole things runs under good manufacturing practice, GMP, where every step is documented, controlled and repeatable. It means full traceability. You can follow a finished product all the way back to the specific plant it came from. And it means the whole chain ends with a qualified expert personally certifying each batch before it allowed anywhere near a patient. The exact gatekeeper role we hit in the export episode. Here's the mindset shift. In the consumer world, premium is a feeling. In the medicine world, quality means one relentless, almost boring thing: sameness. Batch after batch after batch, identical. No surprises. Surprises are the enemy. So here's the twist that I think is genuinely beautiful. We started this whole series marveling at how wild, how variable, how Asian, how untamed this plant is, and the entire job of making it into a medicine is to defeat exactly that, to take nature's most inconsistent instinct and force into pharmaceutical sameness. That miracle is not a magic compound, the miracle is consistency, is turning never the same twice into identical every single time. That's the real story of plant products. Nature makes it interesting, people make it reliable. So, next time you hear pharmaceutical grade, you will know it's not marketing, it's a chain of control that starts with a single clone cutting and ends with a signature on a batch. We have now taken cannabis from a wild plant all the way to a finished tested product. Next episode, we go deeper into the quality world, what really guarantees that every dose is the same, and why in the medicine boring is the highest compliment there is. If this change how you see the stuff on the shelf, you know what to do. That's episode 5. See you in the next one.